I think whenever we film events and stuff, you're always looking for the people smiling or hugs or all that sort of thing, because it makes better videos. And just at a wedding, it's just full of everyone's emotional and happy and drinking and dancing, and it's a great atmosphere to capture. And it's obviously a really important day for the couple, so it's kind of nice to be able to make something really good for them.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast Chatzzz. And we have a recurring guest, second appearance. Max, welcome back.
Thanks for having me again. A bit less nervous this time, I think. A bit more used to being in front of the camera.
Is last time you were sleeping up and you were shaking?
Yeah, and I had a beer, so...
Now, I'm saying he's 24 now, he's having water, and that was the year that I stopped drinking. So you can see in a year's time, he's become way more boring.
Yeah, getting old and boring.
So I think we'll just we said just going to free flow, weren't we? And updates, what you've been up to in the last year and that kind of thing, and plans ahead. So what have you been up to last time we spoke on the podcast?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I feel like things have come on a long way since then. I think the big thing is we hired someone full time, which is a massive step. Yeah, hired Gemma. She's pretty much doing most of our video editing and stuff. And yeah, she has been class. She's pretty organized, and like I'm not. So I think I can have all the sort of ideas and sort of push things forward, and she's like keeping things reined in and organized, which is great.
That's exciting. Yeah, what was that like then, getting Gemma involved?
Yeah, it's good. Started like 3 days a week, and yeah, I think she's perfect, to be fair, and just getting used to having someone in the office and managing all the workflows of how you work together and stuff, which obviously took quite a bit of time to get used to. But yeah, from 3 days a week, like I was feeling like we weren't really progressing. I was like ticking stuff off, but I was still busy, still working late, not like moving forward. So yeah, made the jump to full time, which is a bit of a overstretch, but I feel like everyone like says like creative hutch and things, you gotta sort of take a bit of a risk, like go a bit beyond, and then hopefully it all sort of catches up with your revenue and stuff. So
otherwise you're bankrupt.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty close at the minute. Yeah,
no, that's cool. It's really cool, isn't it? It's exciting. Yeah, it's like the next step of the journey, kind of thing.
Yeah, and just sort of becoming a boss, which is, I don't really see myself as a boss. Kind of see as like working together, but it's I'm moving into that.
I don't think I could ever see myself being a boss either.
Nah, yeah,
it's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I'm that intimidating boss. It's not like a corporate environment, which is quite important to me, like to be able to create a sort of fun environment where it's just people working together. Everyone like knows the kind of direction you want to go in, and just like working together towards it, rather than being like dictatorial or anything like that.
You don't give her orders every day then, no?
Nah, yeah. I had to start off a bit like sort of like, you need to do this, and then it's sort of more, now it's just like we have our to-do lists in Monday, which keeps us organized, and so she can kind of manage her time and like knows what to do, and it's kind of, she can just do her own thing a little bit, which is nice. She's taken some of the pressure off me, and she's like handling a couple clients all on her own, and I'm not really that involved apart from trying to adjust their strategy and stuff. So that's nice.
That's cool. Yeah,
stuff
very
just
cool.
Gets done without me. That's the kind of goal I think down the line, for it to be able to run itself without me being too involved. Just, I think I want to get to the point where everything I'm doing is like pushing it forward, and overall strategy, and sort of getting new clients and running a business, doing proposals, all that sort of stuff, and everything's kind of getting organized and done for me, and then I can like take a bit more time off and things.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing, isn't it? There's two ways you can go being a business owner, isn't there? I feel like you can go and be like a freelancer, like a busy idiot, can't you? And you've only got so much time, or you can develop and grow a business, which is like what I want to do as well, you know what I mean? My aim isn't to be working all the hours of the day, but I feel like I have to do it at the moment because I want to grow the business and stuff. But it's just learning as you go, isn't it? Because there's nobody telling you what the right or wrong thing to do is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Being self-employed, there's no one to sort of direct you or you to ask. Like if anything's going to change, you have to change it. So it's kind of an exciting and fun thing. But yeah, I think it's important, or well, necessary to be that busy idiot for a bit and go through that. You learn all the lessons and you solve all the problems, and then it all pays off on the line.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. What have you learned about yourself then since you've taken her on then? Because I imagine you learned a lot more about yourself than you thought. Like you say, being a boss, or like what kind of skill sets you've got, or how you kind of deal with that kind of pressure or situations and that kind of thing?
I feel like I've learned that I'm like resilient, and because it is a bit, well, it's just constant. There's no like let up, and you just have to be resilient all the time. There's no breaks. So I think I've learned that I'm pretty capable of dealing with stress. Definitely like money stress and sort of figuring everything out is stressful and like overwhelming. So definitely felt really overwhelmed at points, but I'm kind of glad for that experience and challenges, because I do feel like I'm a lot more confident and like sort of, able to deal with things a lot better. Yeah, I think that sort of hardships.
Do you feel like the busier you get, the larger your threshold is, and then you just kind of go up to the next level? I don't know, that's probably described that terribly wrong, but I feel like with me, like say stress, I get to a level of stress and I'm like, fuck, I'm stressed now. Then you get used to that level of stress.
Yeah.
And you go up to the next level.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, oh fuck, I'm even more stressed now, but I'm used to that level. And then you just keep on going and going and going. Even workload, isn't it? Like you take on a certain amount of workload, you think, oh, I'm fucking busy right now. You get used to that. Then you do more. I can relate to this with the podcast, because like last year when I said I was going to do one every week rather than one every other week, from none. It's like you just keep on doing more and more and more and more. Like, when do you stop? When do you pop?
Yeah. Yeah, it must just keep going, because it's like if you look back at where you were a year ago and how much you had on your plate and you were stressed about it. Like if I went back to that now, I'd probably think that was super easy. So it's definitely just without really noticing, you just have a bigger capacity to bigger capacity. And I just think like talking to clients and stuff and being confident in meetings with bigger businesses and people who are a lot more experienced than you and things, and being like a young guy is like really daunting at first, but that's definitely becoming quite easy, and I feel more confident being able to sort of back my abilities and sort of that sort of thing. So that's
good. That's good. That's really cool. What's next then? What else have you been up to? What's on your notes?
I consult my notes that I wrote before.
Max came to me and said he's got no notes, and then literally when I was setting up, he's written a whole page of notes.
Yeah, very neat. I can't really read it because my handwriting's that shit. You don't really write anything now.
No. I was saying that earlier to someone, because I had to body tech gym. You have to sign your name, and I just like squiggle, and I was saying, I honestly can't write anymore.
It doesn't work anymore. I got our first client in London, which is nice, expanding.
Nice,
So.
How did that come about?
Creative Hutch, who we share this office with, they're growing and doing really well at the minute, and they had this opticians client. They do branding websites and stuff, and they've just been working with them for a while, and suggested, he was talking about social media content and ended up sort of suggesting me. They've actually suggested me for a lot of stuff. Like, I'd definitely be a bit in the shit, like business and money wise, if it wasn't for some of those things. So that's good.
It's good too. You obviously made a good impression to them, haven't you? And they trust you and your ability, which is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice for you,
yeah. I feel like...
So you should take some more credit for it.
That's good that they back me, and I feel like I'm delivering with things, so it's sort of maybe a bit of a risk for them suggesting me. Obviously,
it's a reputation on the line, isn't it?
But I think that's paying off. It's probably like one of the hardest situations to come in with this client in terms of where their social media was, in terms of like the accounts they followed. They followed like 5,000 accounts from their 3 Instagrams, and it was like random sort of model and weird like porny things. Like
who's been using them accounts?
Their previous social media
manager.
Not me. Must have just been spamming random things. So their news feed was just like some pretty disturbing stuff.
Or worse.
So we've been doing like half an hour a week, just going through and kind of clearing out the shit and trying to follow relevant pages in their area, like spotted pages in their local area and things, just trying to retrain the algorithm, which isn't something we usually think about too much, but it's maybe like good advice to someone sort of starting social media and Instagram and stuff, is thinking about your algorithm as something you can sort of train and change. Like it's going to show your content to people that it thinks is going to be interested in it. And if you follow a bunch of like porn pages, it's going to show your opticians content to that sort of audience, and they're not going to engage with it, and then it's going to perform shit. So if we're following local pages and opticians pages, hopefully it starts to know the right kind of people to send it to. So I guess, if you've got a business with a social media, that'd be a good sort of piece of advice. Try and follow relevant accounts and engage with them.
That is good advice. Yeah, I haven't thought about that, to be fair. Cause I've never came across the clients I've worked with, like you say. That's crazy, isn't it? You just wonder who's in charge of that account. Don't you?
I know.
Mental.
I know. I think they were trying to get more followers to sort of feed back to him and say like, we've done this amazing job, and they were obviously just trying to get follow backs, and it was kind of working, and he was sort of thinking it was going pretty well, but they weren't really getting any conversions or anything. So yeah, I've had to try and lower his expectations in terms of how many followers you gain, and sort of say it's going to be a bit of a process of like rejuvenating your account and things. So,
yeah, I feel like that's an important thing though, is like what we do is managing expectations, isn't it? Because I know I was culprit of it when I first started, being like, yeah, we'll get every video viral or whatever. But really, what we just try and do is improve where they're currently at. Yeah, which is obviously an improvement straight away. So yeah, managing expectations is so important.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably one of the biggest learning curves I've had in terms of like how much they're getting from you if you're not going to be sort of instantly replying and able to do everything for them all at once, because you've got a lot to do, and yeah, the results you're going to get might be slower than they're expecting. We're just going to try and improve over time and sort of focus on engagement and things rather than sort of going viral and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. I think some people's expectations are a bit they're not reasonable, because how long does it take them to build a business? How long does it take them to get there? Yeah. Years, isn't it? And they expect you to transform the business in a space of about 4 months. And you think, if I was going to transform your business in 4 months, I'd be charging you a lot more money than this. Yeah. So it's funny what people's perception is on social media, isn't it? It's crazy.
And it's easy to see why, because if you have a quick scroll, like most of the content you see is the best stuff that is getting loads of views and likes. So it's hard to see your local business and like you're really proud of it as you should be, and it's just not getting these massive following and stuff. So that is probably why people's got big expectations. But yeah, I've definitely been sort of seeing all these accounts blow up and things, and it is like almost quite annoying in a way. But I'm trying to like really think about why they're blowing up and sort of how we can be more ambitious and get like bigger views and more following. So I'm definitely sort of thinking about that. I guess one of my future plans is to properly like go through everything I've been saving on Instagram that I've like had a thought, like why did that perform so well, and try and sort of write it all down and get it proper organized in my head, sort of how to sort of structure content better and what sort of ideas do well and that sort of thing, to be more ambitious.
I think it's important to be analytical though, isn't it? Like, so I'll be culprit of it as well. Well, not so much now, but when everything's going well, it's all well and good. Everybody's happy, you and the client. But when things go shit, it's like, why is it going shit? And if you don't know, then like that's your problem, isn't it? Kind of thing. Whereas say we just create the videos in the pillars, content pillars, different styles, create them videos, post out the styles, which style works best, do more of them. Which one's going to be improved, do more of them, and disregard the ones to do shit. You know what I mean? Then move on. That's the way we've
got a very organised structure with how you analyse stuff. Is it sort of, I mean, yeah, it might be like two things in a pillar, the same pillar do completely different. And then do you try and think about like, was that a shit intro, or were they a bit dreary, and should I have, like when we were there, said, can you just say that again, like more exciting?
Yeah, so be positive or negative hook. I feel like negative hooks do really well at the moment because it's more like controversial and shocking and that kind of thing. And then obviously the topic of the video, isn't it? So deciding which topic is the most searched on TikTok or Google, that kind of thing, and then just analysing, does that topic work well in the different pillars? Or does it not? Which topics work well, which topics don't? And like you say, which kind of B-roll shots work well as well, kind of thing. And just say, for example, jewelers. So you can say about like Rolexes, what's the worst Rolex investment in 2024? Negative hook, because we know that works well, Rolex in the hook. And then you say, right, it's gold Rolex, something like that. And then you talk about gold Rolexes, and then you say about how much the price has decreased, and then you say the call to action and that kind of thing. So like I was saying about the bullet points.
Yeah.
If you can, we say if we can analyse and bullet point the 4 stages of a video, we know which stage works well, we know which stage doesn't work well, positive, negative hook, what kind of information, what kind of social proof, what kind of call to action. So we can say, if we've done the same video, different style, which hooks worked well, which if the hooks both work well, and that kind of thing, and just work it out like that.
Yeah, it's pretty structured how you lay that stuff out.
Yeah.
And like visualize it all.
So it's just like a framework in creating that process, you know what I mean? Because I don't know.
I had a scroll through Jobson's like literally the other day, and I was just noticed, I feel like just Rolex
Yeah.
is just a thing that people recognize, and that seems those videos about Rolex is just seem to do pretty well.
If you say Amiga, AP, Patek, people don't care as much as Rolex. You know what I mean? You still need to do it because it's still part of the business. But 80% of the content, well, 40 because they do jewelry as well. Do it on Rolex, you know what I mean? Other watch shows when it's just watches. Yeah. Smash it, you know what I mean? Flawless timepieces, unbelievable. They're killing it. They got like 600k views on a video the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, for me, like, I'm not that creative in that sense. That I think that you are. You're more creative than me. Like, Yoni's really creative. Same as Ishan. I care more about the analytics and the data side.
Yeah.
Because, like, I care about the money that the client makes, not like the views. But it's still the views as well.
Both. Yeah. Like the analytical side and then creative guy as well. And I think, you seem like pretty on it with sort of return on investment a bit more than I've been able to be, like, tracking results that they're getting, like, financially, which is good to be able to feed back to them when it's working.
Yeah, especially paid advertising. That's one thing we're pushing this year as well. I definitely recommend you need to get into. Yeah. Because the video content's so good and so powerful that you can't create that themselves. Put it into an ad. Everyone can smash it. You know what I mean?
You find some clients who are happy to kind of spend that money. And I guess I haven't really got the sort of proof that I can get results with ads, but...
Just say you can test it out for them for free or something.
Yeah.
And then just see how it goes and learn. And just be like, well, I'm not that confident, but do it for free. You just need a bit of ad spend and see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Maybe employ him. I think some people give the advice that if you can't do something, like, sort of bring it in. I don't know. That's kind of where I'd like to be able to go. If I had sort of the money to employ someone to do ads, that'd be brilliant. And then they could sort of take on that challenge and know that they can deliver. I can just sort of run it as a sort of service through the same.
Get a freelancer in it. Just pay them per client. Sound. What's next on the list?
Money stress. We talked about that.
Money stress. Do you think money's a big stress for you?
Yeah, I think so. Just need money for everything, and seems quite tight. I don't think our price is like that high. Probably a bit under market value at the minute, even though we're kind of increasing them. And like everything seems time consuming, and often I spend a lot of time on stuff that doesn't bring in any money. So sometimes it gets a bit thin. Other times it's looking really good, and you get overconfident and spend it all. So then it can be stressful, but.
Everything's so expensive. I was going through my accounts the other day and I was thinking, I'm spending money on pointless shit that I haven't even spent, like, I didn't even think I was.
Yeah. And camera equipment's expensive, and so even the little hard drives we have to store everything is like 150 quid each time. And
memory cards as well.
Yeah, just all adds up.
That's the thing we were saying earlier, wasn't it? That I think clients think when they pay you or saying that you keep all that money in your back pocket, but it definitely does not.
No, it definitely does not.
I'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I've been paying myself about sort of £1,000 a month kind of thing for a while. So.
That's underneath the tax and national insurance anyway, isn't it?
So I'm not paying any tax, which is nice.
Yeah. That's good. You're doing that anyway.
Been like putting it back in, so hopefully that'll all pay off.
You don't actually need that much money to live though.
No, I can live pretty cheap. Got the Airbnb that is doing pretty well. That's kind of saved me these last couple of years.
That's good.
Yeah, I wrote down, missed out on going to the USA.
Did you go last year?
Yeah, I went last year for the same conference that was on again, and filmed it all last year. That was still when I was using my phone and stuff. And then this year, instead of going as a company, my client who's a medical business, they went and they organised like a startup central where a bunch of different businesses were on their stand. And one of the businesses was like a magazine who had people filming content, which I thought ended up not being very good. But so missed out on that. I think he's been pretty stressed with money as well. So paying for me to go over was a bit of a stretch. Yeah. I mean, that was annoying. But I think where we're going with these medical clients is looking really positive. But he said like he was thinking about closing his business recently because it's just like everyone's getting stressful. He like fell out with one of his partners and lost a load of money. It just feels like most business owners you talk to have gone through extremely shit and hard times through that.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's not all as glamorous as it seems, is it?
No.
From the outside looking in, everyone wants to do it, but the reality is very, very different.
Yeah.
Hard work, stressful, long hours.
I feel like business owners have got a bad rep for being like greedy and sort of living the good life and stuff, which there are those types, but I think a lot of business owners are like the last to get paid, and the ones that do the shit jobs, and the ones who absorb all the stress. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's not all as it seems, people.
Yeah, respect your bosses more. But yeah, the medical client we work with is like a collective of different ones, and he wants to start offering marketing services through him and his brand and all the contacts he has, and like using us to provide like social media sort of content for all his people. And he's like one of the most well-networked people in the medical industry. So I think this could be like a massive sort of opportunity and part of our business. So I've been working on some videos and stuff recently to try and promote that. And I think he's doing that same like Startup Central thing at a few other conferences in Prague or something, and like a few others around Europe, and like charging the people there for the videos, rather than the first time I went to America and when I went to Brighton recently, where he's paying for it all and they're just getting videos. So that would cover my costs, and hopefully I get to travel a bit. So yeah.
But you want, yeah. Sounds like that'd be a win-win for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
They'll get the video they want, you'll get paid, and he'll get the content as well.
He'll get like a cut off that, so he'll be making money for just sort of matching me up with people, which is fair enough, and it's a good business model for him.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Good for me. So yeah, that's an exciting thing that's coming.
Very exciting.
Trying to get in better lifestyle habits.
Yeah.
With like sleep, cold water plunge.
How's that going?
Yeah.
I'm too much of a fanny to do that.
Yeah, I know. It is absolutely horrible. Like the first week I started doing it, I had to break ice off. I don't know. You hear a lot about it being really good for you. I think it's that thing of like every morning when I'm inside, like thinking about going out and getting in, like I don't want to do it. And it, like I think to myself, like I could just not do it this morning and just go to work. But like that making yourself do it thing, I think's pretty positive in terms of like throughout your day in life, when you've got this to-do list that you don't want to do, or like phone someone to chase money that you don't want to do, and just that sort of delayed gratification, all that kind of stuff of sort of doing it anyway. That's the theory. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mental discipline though, isn't it? Like I'm too much of a fanny to do the cold water. I said, my friend Henry says when I move to Marbella, hopefully next month, we're going to go halve someone, have it on the balcony and do it.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that. But the thing I can relate with is I've recently started taking up running. I've got runner's knee at the moment. I'm an injured runner. That's my new personality trait. So I haven't ran since last Friday. But I really enjoyed running because it's hard. And like, if I do it first thing in the morning, I've done something hard. And like, when I'm running like up a hill, I'm thinking, fuck, I want to stop. But you don't. And you carry on and you finish it. And that sense of achievement I get. And I'm like, fuck, I did that. And then the rest of the day is just easy.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the endorphins flowing. And I'm like, I've just achieved that and that kind of thing. So that's the thing I can kind of relate to.
Yeah, you got the hard thing out of the way. So everything else comes later.
It's a piece of piss, yeah. Like say, if you've got your to-do list and you're thinking, oh, fuck, I can't be asked to do that. But you think, well, I've already just done something else. This is a piece of piss. It's easy. It's no problem. But yeah, so what made you want to do better habits, that kind of thing? More habits and more balance?
I think I was just kind of, again, on social media and just seeing all the kind of most successful people and like motivational speakers and all these people have done well, and they just probably partly social media, but it comes across like they're really structured and disciplined and have got good habits, like they wake up early and all that sort of thing. So I was just thinking to myself, I'm always like stressed and overwhelmed and like going to sleep at different times, and my life's just a bit all over the place. So I thought, like, as I try and progress and become more successful, I need to start like with the basics, get that stuff right, and then hopefully everything else will build off there, rather than kind of just going about like sort of aimlessly and all that sort of stuff. I think sleep is the big one as well. I was definitely like, need
to get a Whoop. I've had it probably over a year now.
I've seen like loads of ads and
best thing I've ever done. But to be fair, my last 2 nights of sleep have been terrible because making excuses for myself. So the hack is don't eat 3 hours before you go to sleep, because otherwise your stomach's like processing. So when you're asleep, you're still active. So like last night I had some cereal and a protein smoothie thing, like an hour or so before I went to bed. And my sleep was like, 55%. And then, honestly, my guilty pleasure, right, is egg custard tarts. You know what they are?
I think so, yeah. Like little pastry.
Egg custard, and like pastry thing. They have like Portuguese versions. And I ate like 4 of them at like half time when I was watching the football. So my sleep's been shit. But the 2 days before, I've recently started taking magnesium tablets, which helps with your sleep. It has made my poos a bit weird. But 88 and 83%. So like I track my sleep every day, and then like it tracks your workouts, how many sleeps. So I got up at 5:59, went to bed at 9:15 last night. So 7 hours 15 sleep. My HRV was like down because 8 sleep performance 72%, which is good.
I think it's that accountability thing. Like you can,
it's a conscious reminder
rather than just getting told that eating before bed makes you sleep worse. Like you actually see it, and that being able to see it and visualize it makes you sort of probably stick to your what you need to do a lot better.
And like the way I'm speaking about it is like you say, oh yeah, you've got your routine structured so perfect. It's not. It's like what works for me. You know what I mean? I'll try and go to bed about 10ish to 11 every night. I'll try not to eat most nights, but it doesn't work all the time. If we can do it 5 or 6 days a week, I'm sound, because
not beat yourself
life happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If I want to go out on a Saturday night or a Friday night, I'll stay up a bit late, watch football, great. But it's that mental battle in my head, like saying, don't eat before bed, Adam. Don't eat before bed, Adam. And I'm like, but them egg custard tarts are in the fridge. Yeah. Sometimes I just cave, and it is what it is. But if I can try and get it right 5, 6 days a week, I'm sound. But I think for me, routine, I need my routine, otherwise I'm not productive. You know what I mean? Yeah. Otherwise I'm fucked. Because I used to be like a late person when I was doing events. I'd stay up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, get up at like 12, and I'd be sort of sluggish and lethargic. And now I've shifted it, try and get up early. I've stopped running obviously recently, but like I'll get up, go to the gym first thing. That's done, and then I can just crack on with the day and do that kind of shit.
I think like the feeling of being up and it's like 7:30 or 8 a.m. and you've already done something, like you've achieved your run, and it's still like an hour until like 9 a.m. where most people start, is I just get a really sort of big sense of achievement if I do that.
Definitely.
But yeah, before I was going to bed at kind of like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. quite often, and then sort of either sort of waking up and having to be in the office at 9 when Gemma started and feeling shit and not being productive throughout the day, and then feeling I had to work late again the next night, like being in early, getting some stuff done before Gemma arrives, bed by 10. Like, yeah, I think overall my productivity was a lot better.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm just a creature of habit. Like I was saying to Anthony earlier, who did a podcast with earlier, I have meetings with my teams on Monday typically. I have meetings with my clients on Tuesdays. I'll do client shoots typically Wednesday and Thursday if I've got them, and then podcast typically on Friday. I know we're recording this on a Wednesday, but I don't have a client shoot today. And that kind of thing. So I have my week kind of structured as best as I can, because then I'm in that mode, because I'm not very good at like going between things. I'm not very good at focusing on one thing, focusing on another thing. I'm better at like, right, this is my mode for the day and that kind of thing.
That structure does sound like really beneficial, and knowing what you're doing all the time. I'm definitely just a bit all over the place.
It's what works for you, isn't it? What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me and stuff. But I think it's just finding what works for you, isn't it? And just testing it out, kind of thing.
I think having a to-do list has helped me a lot. We have on Monday, so it's if me and Gemma can both see it, and like stuff doesn't just like get lost on a bit of paper. You can like move it back a week if you didn't get around to it, and just everyone's there. Like, makes me feel better about just bouncing around different things. And I put like absolutely everything on there just because I like being able to tick it off. Yeah. So it's like,
I've done loads of shit, even though it's the smallest task.
Just like need to reply to someone. Like I don't want to just do it. I have to put it on the to-do list and then do it.
Message my mum happy birthday. Have you got your mum Mother's Day present for Sunday?
I've got her a candle.
That's good.
Send that. I'm not going to be able to see her, but got something. I'll give her a ring.
Yeah.
She'll be happy with that.
I'm going to Venice on Saturday, so she wants something stained glass something. I'm not going to see it, but hopefully I'll get something stained glass. Otherwise, I'm a terrible son. So
not organised it yet. You're cutting it. It's this Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, so I go on Saturday and Mother's Day Sunday. So I'm not going to see it, but I'll give it when I get back, like next week or something. So yeah,
go to Venice, and you're moving to Marbella. Did you say?
Hopefully in April. Yeah. Part time.
Yeah.
Spend time, because I'm buying a flat in Carlisle.
Nice.
So that was meant to be last month, and now it's this month, 22nd. Because it was meant to be February, and then I was meant to be like, oh, Henry, I'll do my shoots in March, and I'll come in April. So I really want to push business this year over there, because like...
Find clients over there,
Yeah.
Sick.
The money and the lifestyles are different. Like I've done podcasts with people, I've got some alright connections, and just being over there, like one of my good mates used to do events with Cromwell, he's over there and stuff. So yeah, hopefully this year, I think really push that side of things. So I'd love to move over there full time in the future. The next few years, but
it seems like a good lifestyle over there.
Oh, unreal, absolutely. I'm more like myself over there. Does that make sense? It's more motivating and stuff.
Yeah.
Even like the climate, because you wear less clothes, you're more going to go to the
makes you
gym
feel
and
better and more motivated.
Yeah.
You're around like sort of more success and money and stuff. Just makes you sort of grind a bit harder, I think.
Yeah, 100%. So,
but how do you manage that with Yoni? Fly Yoni over or hire a local?
Yeah, fly Yoni over. Yeah, I think Yoni's with me to the death unless he pies me off, which please don't pie me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, like say just work it out in the retainers and stuff. So I think that'll be good. Just need Henry to sell a few more houses, then he can get his video started and stuff.
Come on, Henry.
So yeah, hopefully soon. Right, what's next?
Thank fuck I wrote this list, because otherwise...
No, we're flying through it, to be fair.
I think the last thing for updates before plans for 2024, just wrote down more exciting content. It's kind of, I think if there's one word I could use to describe how I want our content to progress and how I want it to be sort of better than a lot of things is like exciting. Like sometimes how people say stuff over what they say, being really sort of charismatic and stuff, having like faster cuts in videos, having more sort of dynamic camera movement, all that kind of stuff, that just having sound effects and stuff, like using the right audio, just fast cuts and exciting things happening, like action, is kind of what I'm trying to produce content wise. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm aiming to go content wise, and trying to just work out all the things to make how I make that happen. Like, is it with clients, sort of asking them to do things differently, like how we edit it, how we plan it. I think planning your content more is important for that, rather than just winging it like we used to do. Just sort of have general ideas and go and wing it and film loads in one day, rather than planning it out properly, sort of storyboarding a little bit, shooting little and often, and thinking hard about how you make it exciting with lots of movement and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I think that's always the battle, isn't it? Because you compare yourself to other people, isn't it? Like, oh my God, that's so like, you've got sound effects, graphics, everything like that. It's a lot of work though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think for me personally, it's finding that balance, isn't it? Of like what works and gets results to what looks cool, that kind of thing. And
overdoing it, overproducing, things looking tacky and less professional and not suiting like the client's. So if it was a family farm or something, and you got like sound effects and loads of cuts,
sheep from cows zooming around or something. Yeah, but I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's getting the best out of the clients as well, because how comfortable they are on camera, how much they give you. Because at the end of the day, you're only there to capture what they give you, isn't it? Especially if it's talking videos. There's only so much you can do.
Have you got anything that you do around clients to make them more comfortable on camera, or make them sort of come across better?
I just say energy. That's literally all I say, and I'm like, come on, you got to give us more here.
That's probably a good way of going about it. Like, pushing energy.
Yeah, because I feel like even today I went to see Jack, kind of meant just helping out with one thing, extra thing, and I was saying like, come on, like I know when you talk to someone, you're just talking to them like, because you're quite a chilled out, relaxed kind of guy. And so am I, in the sense of like, you just speak like that. If you're speaking like this on camera, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, you're so boring and monotone, you know what I mean? So like, you need to add 20% and like get them pumped up and that kind of thing. And if they need a coffee, when we were in London a couple of weeks ago or something, a new client-ish, he had 2 shots of whiskey. Yeah. Because I was like, mate, come on, you need to give more energy here. Otherwise it's going to be fucking shit. And you could tell the difference between the videos where he was sober. He wasn't steaming, but he hadn't anything, and he did. It's like whatever works for you to give you the best thing, because at the end of the day, like
whatever works. I mean, alcohol definitely does help.
It gave them way more confidence. You know what I mean? Because I think the first shoot for clients is always a bit daunting, because like they don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect. Yeah, it's a lot of videos to record in one go, and it's quite tiring and that kind of thing. But I think just like you keeping the energy up. Yeah, to give them the energy, because if you're radiating like, all right, next one, and blah blah blah, that's going to radiate to them and stuff. So like, literally, like,
be fucking get excited for their business and videos and or rub off. But
or even like getting them to laugh and stuff. I feel like getting them to laugh, that like loosens them up as well. Yeah, because I feel like some clients can be like quite tight and tense, and if you like make them laugh, or you take the piss out yourself or something, and then that loosens them up, and then you have a laugh, and it's like, come on,
just have some like general chit chat and stuff, and just get them more comfortable.
I always say to them, like, have you done your hair and makeup today?
Yeah.
Shit crack. Yanni hears it all the time, and he's sick of my crack all the time. Every shoot I'll be like, right, have you done your hair and makeup? Come on. And then that's like, even though it's a dad joke, it's like, oh banter. I think it works. It might not. All my clients probably slag me up and say, he said that shit joke again.
She's like, your hair's looking fresh today, prepared for the video. Like, just try and have a bit of chat.
Something like that. But I think it's important to get him hyped up more, or get him a coffee or something, or whatever, because it's talking videos are hard.
Another policy I've implemented as part of my trying to make this a good place to work is like Friday beers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every Friday lunchtime, pretty much without fail, we go to the pub and have a couple of pints. We used to do that in London. I think it's kind of more of a common thing in London for you to have beers at lunchtime on a Friday. But I can't really imagine anywhere in Carlisle being that sort of environment.
Definitely not, no.
And I felt like it definitely helped me have a more positive experience and enjoy working there the whole time, because you look forward to that, and you get to know people better in the pub, and you start to feel like they're your mates, and you're just more collaborative when you're working and that sort of thing. So I've implemented that, and so
that's nice.
Hopefully as we grow that becomes a good sort of social thing. But yeah, we filmed like, I filmed some of my videos after those couple of pints, and I like watching it back, felt like I was sort of quality on camera, and then try and do it sober, and I'm like watching it back thinking, so
it's good. That's what I mean. Maybe it's just like having a couple of evs and that kind of thing works for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going wrong. I don't have Friday beers with anyone.
Yeah.
And to be fair, when me, Yoni and Zishan go out, none of us drink either, so they're fucking boring.
Yeah.
So we
drink,
no, we're just a sober crew. Diet Cokes all around. But yes, whatever works for you, isn't it? Like, it's important to do non-work related stuff with work people.
Yeah. We're quite a good kind of social group in the office. With the Creative Hutch, obviously they've got maybe like 5 or 6 people. So nice. And they're all pretty up for a pint most of the time, and like Christmas social and stuff in Newcastle.
It's Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle. Did like karaoke. We did like Christmas markets. What's the name? Sort of bowling, bottomless brunch, drinking on cans on the train on the way there in the morning.
Action-packed, it sounds nice.
It is good.
Yeah, it's important to do stuff like that, isn't it? Like we went to Dublin this year because Zishan lives in Dublin, so me and Yoni went over. And I say it's doing bowling and mini golf, whatever, some food and that. It's just nice.
You just become a more collaborative, closer group. It's you definitely work better with people that you feel like you're friends with.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely trying to instill a bit of a sort of positive culture. Well, get it in now before it hopefully grows more and all that sort of thing. Probably is one of the most important things to me, that I can create like a good place to work.
Definitely.
And most people like Friday beers.
Yeah. Apart from me, I'd get sacked if I was working for you because I wouldn't drink. Drink. What's next? Is this plans now? Plans for 2024?
That's all my updates that I wrote down.
Mate, that's a lot of updates. We've been 45 minutes already. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, the plans for the future's a bit shorter. I think the big ones, we've got a new brand coming, which we've been working on for a while.
Is it rebranding or a new brand separate?
I think separate as a bit of a umbrella thing, because we've got like the weddings, which I didn't really take off, but it's an industry I want to get into more. Got this like medical, it's called like Simulation Collective Marketing, Bait Box Socials, which is kind of food and keep it more kind of local, Carlisle sort of thing. And then got this umbrella one coming soon, which I'm pretty excited about. And I don't really feel super confident with Bait Box Socials as a brand to approach bigger clients and sort of people all over the place and in different industries. So this new one's like the one, I think, to take it to sort of bigger businesses and more around the UK and that sort of thing, and more general. And I'm trying to like make my niche, because people say it's important to have a niche, which I think it probably was at the start, but now I'm trying to make my niche like a style of content rather than an industry. So this new brand's not got anything to do with like any industry. It's just sort of a media group. And our niche is going to be our style of content, which is building up towards that sort of exciting thing that I talked about. So that's and getting a website, because I've not got a website.
Oh, really?
So sort of start working on a website.
Nice.
So that's gonna.
I've got a website. I don't even know if it's fucking live.
Yeah. Do you use it much, or get any clients or business through it?
No, literally just through Instagram. To be fair, mainly Instagram.
I mean, it's all been Instagram for me, to be fair. But
Instagram's so good though.
I feel like website kind of adds another level of like professional credibility and like trust.
Oh yeah, I've got it there. I haven't updated in a while.
Yeah.
The only time people message me about my website is when the website's down. They say, just be on your website, and it's down. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's the only time anyone mentions it.
I think I must have had like 1 or 2 inquiries in 3 and a bit years. But it's mainly just Instagram. That's the thing I struggle with though, is differentiating myself from my business. Because nobody knows who the fuck CJJ Media is, which is fine. And everyone just thinks it's me.
Yeah.
And they just think it's just me by myself. And I'm like, yeah, it's nice. But at the same time, I do have a small team who help me out kind of thing. But yeah, it's just one of the things that didn't really grow. It's like...
Yeah, I feel like you've got a kind of personal brand.
Yeah.
Built up.
Yeah, which is like good and bad. Pros and cons, isn't it? Like, I feel like people want to work with me, not the business. But then at the same time, they think like they're just working with me.
Yeah.
Whereas like you've got 4 people who can actually help you in different aspects. That's probably why they're like, oh, I don't want to pay that much money, but it's what it is, isn't it?
But yeah, you've got like your website link in your Instagram and stuff. So it's just makes you seem more credible and professional and stuff. And, until you start getting into SEO and sort of writing blogs and stuff, which is probably how people drive traffic to their website outside of social media, which is another kind of aspect of marketing, which I guess I'd probably get into down the line, but nowhere near yet. It's kind of mainly just for the credibility aspect of it. And
I think the reason I haven't done it is because like we mainly do social media, so it's like, why wouldn't we find leads on social media? Because we do social media kind of thing. I think, SEO and stuff is great, isn't it? For keywords and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think as well, like, I wouldn't want to compete, because I'm so small, I wouldn't want to compete with these massive companies with massive budgets on a click. Whereas I feel like if you're comparing me on a click, that doesn't sell me. Like, at the moment, I sell myself. I'm not selling like a service. And you're buying into me as a brand.
And
as a
scrolling
product.
down your page is kind of a better website for you because people see what you're about and what you're doing.
Even with clients and stuff. And like I could say, so when you say niche, we've got watch jewelers and e-commerce, like product-based businesses. They're the 2 ones that we have the most impact for. So like I just say, right, we're working with these guys. This is the results they've got. Or working with these guys, this is the results we've got. And they can see that firsthand, you know what I mean? Which is sells itself. I don't really need to do that much apart from just say this is what we can do for you and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, fuck knows. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making up as I go along kind of thing.
Just make up
People probably think like we've got our shit together and we know what we're doing, but I have no idea what I'm doing day to day. I just think I do. I'm just like, yep, I think this is what I need to do, and it's kind of worked so far, so I'll do more of that.
Yeah, it's kind of all up there, but not in a particular order or making sense.
It's a new brand coming soon. When's that coming? On no set time scale?
I think when I launch it, I'm going to create a new Instagram, which is...
Ooh, mate, that is ball ache.
Ball ache and a bit daunting, but when I launch it, I need to be practicing what I preach in terms of the content I put out and posting like at least 4 videos a week. So I need to...
It's a full-time job in itself.
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking about employing someone kind of 2 days a week just to do stuff for us, which I was pretty confident out and sort of put a job advert out because we got some new clients and stuff, but this sort of one-off events and things dried up in Jan, Feb, so I'm actually not got that much money, so I'm having to sort of push it all back. Yeah. But yeah, launch the new brand, maybe like end of April, May. Yeah, the little sneak teaser things I can give about is it's got like it's not a well-known animal in the brand name, or it is the brand name. It's kind of random and it just sounds like a random word, like Nike or Adidas is their brand. So I kind of want to make this thing our brand. I don't want to talk about the animal at all or anything, even though it is quite a cool endangered thing. So I'm gonna set up like a corporate social responsibility element to the business where we're gonna like adopt one of these animals for each of the new retainer clients. Just a little random thing, because with the whole thing about Friday beers and exciting content and being run by a young person, it's all a bit sort of, it's not corporate and a traditional business, and it's all a bit, I want to show more behind the scenes. So this thing is just another element of it that I want to be a bit like surprising, that's just completely random. So yeah, that's pretty
exciting. You're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself too.
Yeah. They're not actually that expensive to adopt.
No, I'm in going big on socials, 4 videos a week. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. But yeah, we need some proper pillars. And like I was saying about sort of getting annoyed about these accounts that I see do really well. I think I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible, because there are accounts getting massive and it's so simple. It's just sort of the novelty and creativity, the ideas, and sort of that sort of thing. So I want to make it a bit easy-ish to do and hopefully have a big impact. But yeah, I'm putting myself out there and taking a risk and like hoping that it grows, because it's a bit shit starting another Instagram if it doesn't get a lot of traction. So it's a bit of a sort of putting my reputation on the line slightly. Because,
To be fair, I don't think I even post on my business Instagram, you know.
yeah.
When was the last time I even posted on it?
Yeah, so you just post on your Adam Roberts. How often would you say you post?
Not enough.
I probably average like a post a week. Maybe not even that. A lot of the time.
Yeah, right.
I think that consistency element's important.
Right. Last time I posted on my business Instagram, guess what date it was?
Date.
I'll give you a month.
December?
Yeah, December, yeah. 8th of December. 8th of December, so it's like 3 months ago. That's not good, is it?
It's not like ideal in terms of consistency.
Not at all.
I feel like if you post every day for a couple of months, or every week for a couple of months, it's not really going to have too much of an impact. If you post 4 times a week for a couple of months, it's still not really going to have much impact.
No.
If you can post like every day for a year, like then it'll have a massive impact. But it's just that's a lot of effort and time.
Yeah, because we just do 3 posts a week for most clients, to be fair. And we see good results for the videos and that kind of thing. Because, I think anymore, so much time involved. Photos anyway. Like, you post yourself as well. We recommend post themselves, like they post photos and stuff.
Probably like a bit of maybe the impact flattens off a bit the more you post. And it seems like a lot of money to charge them and takes a lot of time. And that sort of thing. Yeah, we probably do like 1 to 3 posts for most clients. Before.
Yeah, because for me, I can't really afford to do any less than 3. And then any more than 3 just get started with quite a bit. But most people just get started with 3. It sounds, you know what I mean? It works quite well. Do shoot every 2 months and stuff. But yeah, new brand I'm excited to see. You have to tell me what the name is off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got on?
Yeah, I put go big on socials, which we talked about.
Personally or?
Across this new brand and...
Hey, you need to do personal brand, 100%.
Yeah, I know. I need to figure out...
I think so. Don't listen to me. My advice, go big on personal brand, pay off the new business one. And just, don't pay it off, but have it there and just have it as a placeholder. Yeah,
I could switch the bait box Instagram to the new brand and just have that as a business and then go big on personal.
Because I think, like, for me, I'm quite a lazy person. Well, I say I'm a lazy person in some aspects of my life. But, like, if you've already built a bait box, change it over. But then why do people work with you? Like, they could work with me. They could work with any other social media people. They work for you because of you, isn't it? They care about you. So, like, focus on that. Like, what are your hobbies? You like rugby, don't you? You like social media, all that kind of shit. You've been traveling various places. Just post that kind of shit and post videos of your clients' testimonials. They work so well. Get a video. Why'd you work with me? What's enjoyed it? Blah, blah, blah.
Kind of want to do stuff around Carlisle. I think Cumbria or just start off with that, but more sort of like local influency.
Do you know what you should do?
Content.
Well, I would want to do. I'm too lazy to do it. Go to Carlisle United match and start interviewing people about what do you think about Carlisle United? What do you think about Carlisle? And just go before the match and just do that. That'd be such good content.
So yeah,
just thousands of people. You're gonna get loads of funny reactions because they're doing shit at the moment. So something like that would be cool. And it's easy. So go down at 2:00, half an hour, get gem or whatever, and do it. And that'd build your personal brand and post that.
Good idea, to be fair.
Yeah, honestly, I'd do it if I wasn't so lazy. Yeah, but stuff like that, just build your personal. Because it'd be like, oh, Max does them interviews at Carlisle United match, whatever. If you wanted to do it locally, and then you'd be like, oh, Max is playing rugby today, or he's going wherever. And
I've got a sick video coming out, which is, I don't really know how to replicate this a lot, but if I could do this sort of stuff all the time with classes, like, you know that on West Walls used to be a nightclub that closed down about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And they've turned the top half into a brewery.
Yeah, I've seen that.
West Walls Brewery. But yeah, underneath, like, the old nightclub's still there. Like, with a dance floor, like disco balls, bars, like balcony and like ticket booths and old posters for drinks and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went inside there and did a video, like, exploring it.
Nice.
So did a good, like, intro, being like, we're at an abandoned nightclub in Carlisle. We're going to go show you around. So I think people like that abandoned building sort of
100%.
thing.
You just finding more of them, isn't it?
Yeah. And that, like, I think a lot of people have got nostalgia about that club when I talk to older people, like Vicky and Carol.
Articles and everything, isn't it?
And not that Vicky and Carol are old, but they used to go to that nightclub and, like, used to love it. And it's way better than anything Carlisle's got now. Like, it was slow and like loads of different rooms and balconies over places, like different floors. It's fucking
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be a cool video.
But you don't have to replicate everything, do you? You can just do like cool different ideas like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Sort of like, I'm going to show you this part of Carlisle, like, and I think
even behind the scenes of workplaces or kind of things would be decent.
I'm going to do like some like free videos for people. Do a free video for Crescent Bar or something.
Yeah.
And that's, I want to do a bunch of that sort of stuff. So that was what I was thinking of doing for Bake Box socials as like a local influencer page. And then having this new one, but yeah, personal brand. Yeah.
100%. You see all your influencers out there, don't you? And it's like, working to yourself. You know what I mean? Because there's only one version of you, isn't it? That's just my advice. And that's just what I think.
I don't know anything about Carlisle United Football Club, so.
But I think that'll be funny though.
Yeah.
Like, it's just saying, so what do you think about Carlisle United this season? Like, oh, it's fucking shit, terrible. And then it's like, oh, well.
Talk to me about a player.
What's your favourite beer?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be anything. Doesn't have to be anything to do with football, because you've got a captive audience, haven't you?
You just get
one thing could be about Carlisle, and you could literally be like, I don't know, what's your favourite social media channel?
Yeah.
And why? Or what do you hate about TikTok?
I feel like people
what's
in
your
that
TikTok dance?
Environment will just give good responses.
Yeah. But you've got thousands of people. You're going to get rejected sometimes, but I just think it's perfect.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more willing to get rejected by that sort of thing now, and just it doesn't matter.
If you're with Gemma, if she's recording it, or whatever, it's less bad when you get rejected when you're with someone.
Yeah.
So at least you got a friend. Whereas if you're by yourself, it's a bit of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, do something like that. That'd be so good. What else you got planned?
Just going to talk about medical industry, doing that sort of white label thing, which is going to be massive, hopefully.
Yeah, because I remember you saying last year it was that they were one of your biggest clients.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but you said you weren't as passionate as the other ones.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, what do you want, isn't it? Business or passion, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's still my biggest client, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get more into it and like believe in what they're doing. It's kind of, they're sort of representing a lot of the smaller businesses that it's like an industry dominated by massive corporations.
Yeah.
Who don't really innovate, like don't really care about the customer that much and all that sort of thing. And so that's why they're championing these smaller companies that are more innovative, but can't really get into the industry without that sort of help. So I'm quite, passionate about that sort of thing, like helping the smaller guy and against the corporations, that sort of thing.
Nice. That'd be good though.
It's kind of why I sort of started Bake Box with food. I think in supermarkets got way too much power. They like sort of use branding to sort of disguise like how fake things are and all that sort of thing. And just thought I could help like tell the stories of like the local producers against the sort of supermarket corporations, I guess. So
I remember that was on the first podcast you said you wanted to help more food businesses with collaborations or something like that. Was that the clip that we did? Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I suppose it's just like similar, same but different, isn't it?
Yeah, those food businesses can work together a bit more and that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't think that's materialised like as much as I've sort of had in my head.
Hard.
But I think it would all probably start from building our socials and like personal brand even to then sort of be able to champion that a bit and bring people together rather than being someone that's not really that well known trying to bring people together. So might sort of go down that route. I think that's kind of all I had.
Yeah.
Apart from saying I want to get into weddings more.
Yeah. Why weddings?
It's kind of a fun industry to be in. Like I think whenever we film events and stuff, you're always looking for the people smiling or like hugs or all that sort of thing because it makes better videos. And just at a wedding, like it's just full of everyone's like emotional and happy and like drinking and dancing, and it's like a great atmosphere to capture. And it's obviously like a really important day for the couple, so it's kind of nice to be able to make something really good for them.
Is there a lot of pressure?
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
I was going to say, because you can't say walk down the aisle again.
Yeah. I think less than a photographer. I don't know if I like messed up the focus on a crucial shot, like you ruin the moment. Whereas I know you kind of edit your way around video a little bit. So I feel all right. It's obviously a good money industry to get in. Like,
weddings, you should just charge double or triple, don't you?
Whatever it is,
Nobody
like
bats an eye.
Flowers or anything. You can just charge a lot more because it's not about return on investment. It's about sort of what those memories worth, which is it's the most important day of your life almost. So they're worth a lot. So yeah.
Exciting times. Any closing thoughts? Anything else you wanted to say? Or
no, just apart from that, felt a lot smoother and easier.
Yeah, that was
than
good.
Last time, yeah.
I enjoyed that. Yeah. Lots of updates as well. Lots happened, isn't it?
Lots happening. Lots going on in my mind.
Do you have to find it hard to self-reflect sometimes and look back? Or I suppose like this would be quite nice, and it's quite nice for me to hear as well, like how much you've done and stuff. You'd be like, oh shit, I've done quite a lot last year.
I don't really self-reflect too much, but when you do look back and then think about plans for the future, it's a lot going on that I'm just somehow managing to kind of push in the right direction. So it's quite gratifying.
Yeah. So I think I don't self-reflect enough, but for my birthday, what I did was I sent my family and some of my close friends like a questionnaire. This is more like self-reflection than business of like what they think about me. So like 3 words to describe me, favorite memory, their favorite memory with me.
Was it
my
anonymous
best trait?
or?
No. I don't know exactly who it was. Yeah, the best trait, my worst trait, or most annoying trait, and where do they see me in 5 years and stuff. So that for me was like, is what I'm doing being radiated off or what? And some of them were interesting. Like
that sounds.
Yeah, one of them was one of my closest best friends said that, I'm calling myself out here, is that I don't take other people's opinions on board and I'm just so focused on what I believe in. But if something goes wrong, I'm willing to adapt, which is true, because I think like I'm so single-minded that I'll do what I think's best and don't disregard other people. Whereas I think I should take other people's opinions into consideration more, but it was interesting for him to say that because
hearing that, and
I didn't think it, but I knew it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, hearing it from someone else sort of
my close friend,
makes you sort of actually think about changing it, and like from the positive side as well. You sort of hope that you're doing well or how people see you, and like hearing that probably quite gratifying. And then on the negative side as well, I think it's important to be able to sort of reflect on or hear what people are saying and then change, because no one's perfect whatsoever. I'd be interested to hear what people said about it, because you don't really know what anyone really thinks about you.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I wanted to know. I was like, is my perception of myself the same as other people? And I think there is some similarities and some differences, which is interesting. But yeah, right. Where can people follow you and find you, get in contact?
Well, personal brand might be coming on. So that's Kirton, Kirton, on Instagram. Don't expect much on there at the minute. Or Baitbox Socials is our Instagram page. We don't have a website yet, but that's where you can find us on Instagram. And that's where we'll be posting all the updates, and you'll be able to see if any of these plans for 2024 actually come. If they get pushed to 2025.
Nice, right. Everybody watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment your favourite part. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, make sure to follow the podcast and leave a 5-star review. And we'll see you next time. Bye.